entrepreneurial clinicians. Oops, I've got a whole heap of stuff here where I wanted to put my glass down. And welcome to This is Private Practice for a Wednesday afternoon, when in all honesty, I would just like to curl up and not do a whole heap right now. Just wondering if I'm alone or if anyone else is in that situation at the end of a Wednesday where it's like, yeah, I'm done now, a little tired, been working hard for 2 days, I've had enough. Okay, whingy me. All right, I have something for us to talk about today, and it came up in the Entrepreneurial Clinician community today, which is pretty cool. It's a really cool community of people. I'm very happy to be facilitating this community. More information will not lead you to take action or to implement. For those of us who go around collecting information for the sake of collecting information, just having the information doesn't make us do anything. It doesn't make us better, it doesn't make us different, doesn't necessarily lead to change. What we end up with is a whole heap of information. Now, I've actually reduced my information intake considerably this year. I have totally reduced the number of podcasts that I'm listening to consistently, because I felt like I had to listen to all the podcasts and know everything that was going on all of the time. I no longer try and read a business book a month because my brain quite simply will not handle it. And I have just given up on the fact that I am not going to read 1,000 gazillion different blogs and articles to have the most amazing content on my social media strategy. Just reducing it, because I have so much information in my head just begging for me to do something with it. So I went, oh, I wonder what I do with my collected information. So I thought, I wonder where I'm storing said collected information. Well, I discovered I have multiple folders for things for articles, blogs, ebooks, and actual courses that I have paid money for, sitting in folders in Dropbox, actually in 2 different Dropbox accounts, and in a Google Drive, and physical things printed off in my delightful filing cabinets. So one day I'm going to get around to consuming and implementing and doing something with all of this information. Truth be told, by the time I get to most of it, it'll be outdated. Yay! So we do need information, and I do need information. I need to learn things. I need to change things. I want to be challenged by the way what I think. I want to add to the ever-growing body of knowledge. I just don't want to put us on wash, repeat. Like, I just don't want to do that. But I personally, this year, need to be strategic and not prolific. Now, I've already done that with the amount of content that I'm producing, but I discovered today that I have been prolific with the amount of information I'm trying to absorb and consume and do something with. And I want to add to that. I just don't. I don't need any more pressure in my life. I've decided I'm very good at putting pressure on myself without adding to, I need more information. And then I discovered that collectors of information are not necessarily healthier than me, they're not wealthier than me, and they're not necessarily living an ideal life. So I'm not actually missing out on anything. Just collecting information isn't going to make me healthy, it's not going to make me wealthy, it's certainly not going to make me, well, it might make me wise, but for what purpose? So what we need to implement something is we need time. But then we also need permission to learn, which also means we need permission to fail, because all of that practice is going to lead to the success. We need space to think. We actually need the tools and the resources to execute or to implement. And then we actually just need to do that damn thing. And I know so many health professionals will get caught up in perfectionism. I need to learn more, I need to know more, I need to know more, I need to learn more before they actually execute and do something. But we all know that's unhealthy, and we all know that that's not accurate, and we all know that that's just our fear of not getting it right getting in the way. Apart from perfectionism, the other thing I discovered today in this little reflection that gets in the way of us implementing is that we no longer have any tolerance to begin a thing. Nobody wants to be a beginner. We all want instant mastery. I don't like doing things unless I know I'm going to be good at it. There we go. I tried to scuba dive once. It was a terrible failure. I will never scuba dive again. Seriously, I wanted to be a master at that thing the first time I did it. Yes. So we want instant mastery of things. Now, Malcolm Gladwell suggests that it takes us 10,000 hours of a thing to develop mastery. And it's more than just practice. I've been reading about it this afternoon because I had a report to write, so I thought I should get this prepared. So if it takes us 10,000 hours of mastery, there's actually not enough hours in a year for us to do that, because I did the math, because I really am procrastinating. We would need 27 hours a day, 365 days a year, for us to achieve mastery of something if that's all we did for 27 hours, which means you've got to find an extra 3 hours in your day. So, but mastery is not just practice. And I want to make sure you understand that. It's so much more than practice, but practice and having the opportunity to do a thing, evaluate, reflect, do a thing, evaluate, reflect. It's learning. It's how we learn as adults, experiential learning. So if we're collectors of information and not implementers, is it a wonder that nothing changes? If all we're doing is joining all the courses and doing the next thing that the next person has running around, or chasing after the next Facebook ads expert, or the next this, and not doing anything with that, just because you've got my book on your bookshelf doesn't make you an entrepreneurial clinician. Even if you've read it, you got to do the stuff inside of it. Just thought I'd put it out there. So I'm curious to know, for those of you who end up watching this video, who else may have a collection of very useful information sitting somewhere that one day they will get to? Come on, share it with me. Let me know. I know I'm not the only one. I could call some of you out, but I know I'm not the only one. Until tomorrow, go be your awesome self.